Stop saying women chose the government over the family structure. It's a lie, it's an excuse, it's a cop-out, and it's cap. Hold up. Today, we're talking about what happened to the family structure. Listen, if you're 55, if you're 65, if you're 75 years old, this one's on you. And there is no, I'm too old knowing these phones. Cat, I know you're on here. You can't fool me. This one's on you, even older. But I'm going to keep it realistic. Moral of the story, various things were chosen over the family system. But before I go in, Exhibit A, check it out.
Hey, what are you doing? I'm your Uncle Horace.
Get out the way, Horace. Come on, baby.
I'm your cousin Jeanette. I'm your Aunt Anna. How you doing, baby?
Oh, my Lord Jesus. Oh.
This is my wife, T.
How you doing? Good looking.
I'm your cousin Eddie. My dad named me after your father.
Hey, y'all, I'm your cousin Jason, man. What's love?
Open up.
Welcome. All right.
Family isn't perfect, but they're there. How? Public condemnation. Nip it in the butt. Publicly. Forcing everyone to hold themselves accountable. Publicly condemn in front of, that's wrong. You're wrong. Not forcing people to take accountability, keeping things private, allows sin, therefore curses, to happen and develop. This separates the family structure. You've got to condemn sinful, blasphemous behaviors in public. Hold them accountable. What's the first thing we saw in the video? Get out the way, Oris. All right? Oris is probably a drunk. He's probably always in people's faces, begging, sloppy, right? But he gets publicly condemned, right? This is a boundary. A boundary is set on Oris. Get out the way, Oris. All right. A boundary is set. If he crosses that boundary, he's then cut off. So, because he doesn't want to be cut off, he'll never cross that boundary. You tell him to back up, he'll back up, he'll act right. But you got to establish something to be cut off from. So then that leaves the question, what happened? I tell you what, you were too prideful, you were too embarrassed, and you were too afraid to publicly condemn your loved one for their sinful nature, for their sinful behavior. You were too prideful, you were too embarrassed. And for that reason, you allowed the children you were supposed to protect be victimized. And when they rightfully ran away, you let it happen. It's hard, I know. You chose yourself over the family structure. But it's not just your fault. There were good households. There were good family structures, right? Then you've got the children who grew up and were sick and tired of being told what to do. That's right. You were tired of being corrected, Every time I do something, they got something to say. So what did you do? You ran away and you never looked back. Oh, I'm going to start my own family line, right? Cap. You ran away. You never looked back. And because you have no support, because you have no structure to fall back on, because you told them all to go screw himself, and you went and had all these kids. Now, I'm not just talking about women. It takes two to tango. Anyways, you're popping out these kids and you got no structure. Everybody gets older. Everybody gets into their own thing. Then it becomes too much for you to handle. It becomes overwhelming, right? So what do? You relinquish your responsibility. That's even worse than your parents that were quiet about their loved one's sinful nature. That's even worse. Because you had the opportunity to admit you were wrong, take everybody and go back where you know you need to go. But that's not what you did. What you did was you decided to give up on romance, right? You're not going to take accountability. So what you do, you hide behind this. You hide behind this. You pretend like you didn't do all that. And you say, oh, I don't know. I didn't raise them to be like this. Well, you did not. You didn't not raise them to be like that. You knew where help was. And just to prove to you, I'm not just talking about the women, fellas. Even if you were bounced about the crib, guess what? You hit the streets. You didn't go and find support. You didn't go find a like-minded man. You didn't do the hard thing. You didn't sleep on a bench, gather yourself, and then when the sun came up, you went to church and went and talked about your problem. No, you went and got an OE. You didn't do the hard thing, gentlemen. You hit the streets and you took it on the chin and you thugged it out. I see my kids when I see them. Where's the accountability? Where's the accountability? Lord, I'm sorry. I'm sorry, Lord. So how do we get back? We've got to revalue the family system. We've got to revalue the daily structure, right? Pick up the phone, make those phone calls, have those hard conversations, have patience. You want to know what helps to have patience? Apologizing first. Apologize for your wrong first. That's what helps you to have patience, to have those hard conversations, to reestablish relationships, and rebuild the family structure and family system, right? Go out of your way to love your neighbor, your literal neighbor, right? Hold their children accountable solely by snitching on their kids to them. That's it. Oh, well, I'm not finna get cussed out for reporting somebody's kid. Have fortitude. Be stronger than that. Why? Because if half the neighborhood, if the entire street is telling you about what your kid is doing, you're rather going to make the change, or you're going to board up your house and homeschool, or you're going to move. Either way, the community gets reestablished through positive corrections, right? If everybody is striving daily to set a righteous standard, righteousness becomes the standard, guys. I calm down. Can you hear me now? Listen, I've been emotional enough, all right? This can be intimidating. It can. For that reason, there's resources. There's warm-ups to this, right? There's apps. You want one app? Blue Letter Bible. That's a nap. There's technology. There's YouTube channels. Listen to a sermon. There's serious, convicting pastors. There's pastors that treat it like a comedy show. If you're too afraid for more direct conviction, to help you warm up to taking some accountability. All right. Listen, I love you guys, and God bless you. P.S. Change your content. Check out Lionheart Church. Lionheart Church. Check it out. Now I'm out. God bless you.